Hey, what's up everybody? Another pickups video for you guys, which right away, it's a pickups video, so I'm going to pick it up and show it to you guys in the video. Just on what I found. So I have no idea how much juice is left in the battery. This thing, at least for the Bluetooth connection, is on all the time until that battery dies. So you don't have to have the stand plugged in to make him work. Just gotta have the battery charged. Anyways, here he is. His little stand. And if he's in the stand or whatever, it does have a little button on the side here that you can press while it's plugged in, and that will activate him. So he'll just fart around in the stand, like look around and change colors and whatnot. As the base of his body here has a nice bright LED in there that's multicolor. So to go through colors or whatever, but he pretty much just sits in there and just kind of looks around. And I can't remember how many minutes, maybe 5 minutes or whatever, and then it just shuts itself off if you're not playing with it. It definitely does that if you don't have the stand plugged in. And on mine, the only thing that was missing was the outer shell of the box that I just dumped out of my goddamn reach, because life sucks. Yeah, has an outer shell that slipped over the top of it, otherwise I got the inner box, so cool enough. Has nice hard foam that he fits inside, so you got a good place to store him. And all I got was the Droid in the stand. There was no cord or anything to plug him in, which it's just cell phone type cord, as you use a cell phone charger to charge him up, and I believe it's got to be 500 amp or stronger, so it'll work with older cell phone plugs or whatever. If you got one of them, just match it up to the specs. Otherwise, simple enough. And I don't have the instruction book, but you can get online and download the instruction manual if you need it. Otherwise, easy enough to figure out. Now, being that he's oldish now, as this is 2025, and I believe this guy came out in 2015, when it comes to the original app, definitely dated. I don't know how high the operating system had to be before it quit working, but I believe I have Android 14 on my phone, and it don't like it. Yeah, you can't go to the Google Store or anything to download it. It doesn't exist on there anymore. You have to go to a place like APK Pure or another APK type site that just has older APK files and download it from there and then install it. Now on the installing, if you want to try the original app, it's a process to where you download the original file, install it, don't start it yet, just get it installed. My phone literally said it may not work properly because older file, but then just say install anyways and give it a try. Like I say, it would not work on my phone, just too old. And then on the thing that it wants to do, if you do accidentally start it, it will get up to a point where it just says downloading whatever. The file that is downloading doesn't exist anymore, so it's just going to stay on that and keep downloading and downloading and downloading until you shut it down. So anyways, the file it's looking for, you have to also find separate, which is an OBB file for Android. On Apple, I have no freaking idea. I don't have Apple phones or whatever, just computers, so I have no idea what kind of file the phones use, and don't know the process of self-installation on the phones either. So, just Android here. Otherwise, I was able to get stuff to work. But yeah, you got to find the OBB file, which I will give you guys a link for on a guy that's just got it, to where you can click on the link and download. And then you got to manually put that into your Android/OBB folder. And then when you click on the app, and you get past that process of wanting to download stuff, and just automatically start if it's going to do it. Which on me, yeah, I got past that point, but when it came up with like the start stream logo or whatever, it just froze up. It wouldn't get past that. And I let it sit for a while and it wasn't getting anywhere. So it just does not like my phone. So on that, I will try it on my older smartphone and see what happens. If I get it to work, I'll at least let you guys know what the difference is between the original app and the ones that definitely work on a newer phone. Which on those, they do have an app you can download for this on the Apple Store and Google, whatever. It just, when it comes to playing with it outright, really dumbed down. All they let you do is drive it around using your finger on the phone like you normally would, and then it's got a thing where you can change the color of the LED. Other than that, it's a programmer's type app or whatever, where you can do coding, outright coding where you're typing in, or has it to where you can do like blocks that you stack up for making it do this, that, or the other, and write your own little programs to send to, I believe, any of the Sphero droids, and just have little just obstacle courses or whatever that you can run it through, which is pretty freaking cool. I definitely want to try that. Otherwise, like I say, on the basic stuff for just playing around with it, really basic. I wasn't happy with that. Just really basic. They took away all the really cool stuff. So anyways, this other app that I found not only works with this guy, but it's for all of the Star Wars themed Sphero droids. So one app to control them all. Anyways, that's just Droids by Sphero. And works on my phone no problem, so it should work on your guys' phones if you have a newer one. Haven't had any problems. And on anything that the original did, I don't know if this does all of that or what. Other than it's got a few things in there to where, like, if you have more than one of these guys, like have the R2 or whatever, it's got it to where you can make it look like they're communicating to each other. It's got like augmented reality type stuff, which on that I believe you have to have a special platform that these would sit on, and then you can have like augmented reality going on your phone or whatever. So they took away some stuff maybe, but they gave you some stuff to replace it with. Otherwise, on controlling the guy, it's got it to where you can run him around on your own. It's got the one to where you just click like a play button and then it does its own thing to where it kind of surveys your area and runs around on its own. It's got the one where you can basically just on your phone using your finger draw out just the course like a figure eight, circle, whatever, make it all crazy, and it will follow that pattern on the floor, which is pretty freaking cool. That's fun, where you can just write out your own little freaking racetrack and it will follow it on your floors and mimic it. So pretty cool. So anyways, like I say, I'll give you guys the links. So I'm going to see if this thing will still activate. I don't know how long the battery lasts when you're just letting it sit in the box, because I was playing with it a bit yesterday, just figuring out stuff. Nope, still has some life in it, so I'll see what happens here. Okay, cool. It's activating. Basically, its base will flash white a couple of times or so. So let's see here. Now it's funny on this that it has it to where you can run around with it. You'll say it's got it to where you can make it do its own thing. It's got it to where you can draw out your little racetrack for it. Then I say augmented reality, which you have to have a separate thing. This, I don't know if it works with all of them or not. I guess if you have any of the Star Wars films like Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, Rogue One, whatever, New Hope. Oh, any of them. Yeah. Looks like they stop at Last Jedi. Yeah, it says you will need a copy of the movie for this feature, as in a copy of the movie downloaded to your phone, and then I guess it makes it out like both you and the little droid can watch the movie or something. I don't know what that does. So it just says choose film. And then it's got enable human interactions or droid interactions mode to watch your droids emote and engage independently from direction given in the app. That. This is what doesn't make sense. It says your droid must be charging and not connected to the app. The droid is already plugged in. When the app disconnects, unplug it, plug it in again. So I don't know what it does. Then it's got your settings where you can adjust the music, the droid sounds, the UI sounds, and then your max drive speed. Let's see, I'll try this. Can't go anywhere while he's in the base, so he's just gonna act like a freaking drunken sailor here. Shut off this app, turn on the other one, because yeah, there's nothing on this one that changed the color of the LEDs. Like I say, each app does some different stuff. So it looks like you can create your own little program without having to have the droid connected. Otherwise, as soon as you click on Drive at the bottom of the screen, where it's just got Programs, Lessons, and Drive, and then it's My Programs and Sphero Programs, to where if you click on Sphero Programs, it's got programs that Sphero automatically just has on their site that you can do just different things, and then it's got ones that are community programs. So let's see. Yeah, it works with Sphero Bolt Plus, Sphero Bolt, Sphero RVR, RVR Plus, Sphero Mini, Sphero Spark Plus, Sphero Spark, Sphero 2.0, Ollie Darkside, BB-8, BB-9E, R2D2, and R2Q5. So you just click on BB-8, and it goes through the same thing as the other app, finds BB-8. Oh, that's funny. It thinks it's BBE62D. Whatever. And when it connects, I don't know how this is going to show up. Stupid camera. Yeah, it turned white and now it's just blue colored. And you just click on Drive. Let's see if I can change the color here. Make it darker. There, maybe that'll show up. A little bit darker blue. Nah, not quite. Try red. Nope, this camera sucks hideous amounts of ass. Okay. Green's not going to show up good either. It's just this damned camera picks up too much on bright light. Otherwise, I say you can go around and play with the different colors of the LED. And you can also change the brightness and the acceleration. Otherwise, other than aim, which the aim is so you can get it to where it will be oriented in the direction you want it to go for starting. Basically, we'll have just a LED off to one side or whatever where you line that up facing you. Oh, that's interesting. Either my battery's dying or something. I don't know what's up with that. Let's try this. Okay. Just white. Green. Okay, I think my battery's getting weak. It said something in the manual that I downloaded that once it stays red, that means your battery's trying to die on you. Lets me do a little bit of stuff like rotate its head. Try and do it this way. Oh, that's what it's doing. It's going through different colors, I guess. So you can't play with it on your desk or whatever while it's in a stand, which is cool. And this app, let's see here. Okay, once you turn off the app, the LED will turn red. And I think it stays on for about 5 minutes and then it just shuts itself off. Oh, and his head's still... Yeah. If you rotate this, his head will move around, as you can see there. So he does a little bit of animation there. Otherwise, pretty freaking cool find. I was able to get them cheap enough at my local pawn shop for 25 bucks. I figured that was well worth it. I think when this guy first came out, it was like right around $150. It was a pricey little toy, but it was new tech, man. I mean, back then that was really freaking high tech. It's funny. It's like it'd get all shaky, like he's trying to escape its freaking little prison there. That's funny. So the base has a button on it, so you can just turn it on and you'll just be active for a little bit while he's sitting in the base, like look around and stuff. And I think the LEDs will turn on occasionally or whatever, and then it just shuts itself off after a while. And on charging, while it's charging, the light on the base will flash, and then when it's done, it just goes solid blue. It just takes hours. I think it was like 3 hours or more to get this guy charged from a totally dead battery. So as I say, I'll have everything in the description there for you guys, so you don't have to hunt around for it. The main APK file for this Sphero Droids was easy enough to find. It's the freaking OBB file where I got lucky, and I think it was a guy on Reddit or whatever that had it. So if I find it elsewhere, I'll put that into. Otherwise, should have enough there to get this little dude up and running, or any of the others. Otherwise, on anything else I'm going to be showing, I've got some bigger stuff. I found a vintage VCR that I wanted to show, but I wanted to show it working, hopefully. And after doing some cleaning on it, as I thought it was just needing to be cleaned, I found remnants of a small belt that had broken, so that's why it's dead. It kind of half-ass works, but it won't load the VHS tape. Anyways, I found one that's an old portable, aka rental VCR, that's a top loader. You just don't see those much, so it's something I just picked it up on a whim, man, because it's cool. All the rental ones that I ever saw weren't in their own little suitcase, which this one is. It's a custom suitcase built for it, to where I literally had to cut the security screws with a Dremel to get in with a flathead screwdriver just to open it to work on the thing. I mean, they had that thing locked in there tight so nobody could mess with it or whatever. Otherwise, it's just a small little mini top-loading VCR that fits in the case so you can port it around with you. And it's either mid to late 80s that they made it, I think. I noticed there was a few different ones, but the one I got seemed to be a little bit harder to find. I think I found maybe one or two people that had just a picture of it to show what it looks like. It's one of those things, if it's a belt that's keeping it from working, which I'm pretty sure that's what it was, I'm not going to be able to fix it anytime soon, so it's just going to be something to set on a shelf as the display piece. Otherwise, got other stuff that I plan on showing pretty soon too. I just haven't been up to it, man. Like I said in my last couple of videos, it's been stressful. Went through all the bullshit to try and get my mom on home hospice, which really, that was her doctor that decided to take the freaking extreme route and go for hospice instead of just home health type help, which is really what she needs, and it just got us all stressed out. We're still recovering from it, man. It was just a real stressful thing. And then to find out that you did all that shit for nothing and she didn't qualify, which in a way was also a very large brick lifted off of our shoulders, because you got to prove that you got something that's going to kill you off in 6 months. So that made her feel really good. So whatever it is that hit her, obviously, according to them, even that she's 91, she's not going to fall off a cliff and explode on impact anytime soon. So, yay. But, say, we're still pretty stressed out. So, when I feel like doing another video, I'll do another video, because I have been finding some pretty cool things lately. Just haven't felt like doing much. So, have a good one, everybody.